The Panama Canal, a marvel of human ingenuity and a testament to what can be achieved when nations come together for a common goal. It's not just a ditch, folks. It's a lifeline, a crucial artery in the body of global commerce. It's a watery shortcut, a 50-mile marvel of engineering, slicing through Panama and connecting the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. This engineering feat has revolutionized maritime trade, making it possible for ships to avoid the long and treacherous journey around the southern tip of South America. Since opening in 1914, it's been a lifeline for global trade, saving ships weeks of travel time and billions in fuel costs. The canal has seen countless vessels pass through its locks, each one a testament to the canal's enduring importance. Think of it as the Amazon Prime of shipping routes: faster, cheaper, everyone wants a piece. The canal has become indispensable, a vital link in the chain of global supply. But like any prime real estate, the Panama Canal isn't just about logistics, it's about power. Control over this waterway means control over a significant portion of global trade. Who controls this vital artery wields significant influence over global trade, and that's where things get interesting. The canal's strategic importance cannot be overstated. Recently, there's been a development that has the world watching with bated breath, especially China. The stakes are high, and the potential for geopolitical shifts is enormous. Two major ports on the canal are up for sale, and the potential buyer has raised more than a few eyebrows in Beijing. The implications of this sale could reverberate across the globe. Let's dive into the nitty-gritty of this geopolitical drama, shall we? The future of the Panama Canal and its role in global trade hangs in the balance, and the world is watching closely. Now, these aren't just any ports we're talking about. These are some of the most crucial and strategically located ports in the world. These are prime pieces of real estate on the Panama Canal, a vital artery in the global trade network, strategically located to handle the massive container ships that traverse this global trade route. Every day, countless goods pass through these waters, making it a linchpin in international commerce. The current owner, a company facing significant financial headwinds, has put these ports on the market, hoping to alleviate some of their economic burdens. And a surprising suitor has emerged from the shadows, ready to make a bold move. Enter a consortium with ties to, you guessed it, the United States. This group has deep pockets and even deeper connections. Now, this isn't a direct purchase by Uncle Sam, but the connection is enough to raise some eyebrows, especially given the geopolitical implications, especially in Beijing, where the news has been met with a healthy dose of skepticism. The Chinese government and businesses are watching closely, analyzing every move. Remember, China isn't just an observer in the global trade game, they're a major player. Their investments and interests in global shipping are vast and significant, and anything that even remotely hints at shifting the balance of power in a region as strategically important as the Panama Canal is bound to get their attention. The stakes are incredibly high, and the world is watching to see how this shift in ownership will play out. China's relationship with the Panama Canal is complicated. It's a story of ambition, strategy, and a bit of anxiety. On one hand, they're the canal's second largest user, with their massive cargo ships ferrying goods to and from the Americas. These ships are a lifeline, carrying everything from electronics to clothing and even raw materials. It's a vital link in their global trade network, connecting the East with the West and ensuring that goods flow smoothly across continents. The Panama Canal is more than just a waterway. It's a crucial artery in the body of global commerce. On the other hand, they've been increasingly vocal about their anxieties regarding the canal's ownership and management. The stakes are high, and any disruption could have significant repercussions for their economy. See, China already invested heavily in other parts of the world, building ports and infrastructure to secure their trade routes. From Africa to Southeast Asia, their footprint is expanding, ensuring that their supply chains remain robust and uninterrupted. They even toyed with the idea of building a rival canal through Nicaragua, a project that, while currently on hold, highlights their ambition and determination to secure their trade future. This proposed canal would have been a monumental engineering feat, potentially reshaping global trade routes. So, when these two strategically important ports on the Panama Canal went up for sale, with a potential buyer linked to the US, it's no surprise that alarm bells started ringing in Beijing. The prospect of American influence so close to a critical trade route is a cause for concern. This isn't just about two ports, it's about control, influence, and the future of global trade. The Panama Canal is a chessboard, and every move is watched closely by the world's superpowers. The outcome of this situation could set the stage for the next chapter in the ongoing saga of global trade dynamics. Now, why is China so invested in the Panama Canal, you ask? Well, for them, it's all about securing their economic lifeline. As the world's manufacturing powerhouse, China relies heavily on seaborne trade to transport goods to consumers around the globe. The Panama Canal offers a shortcut, saving precious time and fuel costs. It's a critical link in their supply chain, particularly for trade with Latin America, a region where China has been actively expanding its economic and political influence. So, any development that even remotely threatens their access to this crucial waterway is a matter of national interest for China. And the potential sale of these ports to a US-linked entity, well, that's got them seeing red and not the communist kind. Section 5, Uncle Sam's Shadow, the US role in the canal's fate. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, or rather the eagle, the United States. The US has a long and complicated history with the Panama Canal. They built it, controlled it for decades, and even though they handed over control to Panama in 1999, they still see it as their backyard. So, when a consortium with ties to the US emerges as a potential buyer for these crucial ports, it's not exactly a shock. The US has a vested interest in maintaining its influence in the region, especially with China's growing presence. This potential sale isn't just about business. It's a geopolitical chess move, and one that has China feeling a little checkmated. Section 6. A tug-of-war for influence, China, US, and the future of trade. The Panama Canal saga is just one chapter in a much larger story, the escalating rivalry between the US and China for global dominance. It's a classic tug-of-war, with each superpower vying for control, influence, and access to crucial resources. The US, accustomed to being the world's sole superpower, is now facing a rising China, hungry for its place at the global table. And this competition is playing out on multiple fronts. Trade wars, technological rivalry, and even the race to dominate emerging technologies like 5G. The Panama Canal, with its strategic importance for global trade, has become a focal point in this geopolitical struggle. The potential sale of these ports is just the latest salvo in this high-stakes game of power. Section 7, Global Trade at a Crossroads, Navigating the Uncertain Waters. So, what does this all mean for the rest of the world? Well, buckle up, because things are about to get bumpy. The Panama Canal is a vital artery for global trade, and any disruption to its smooth operation has ripple effects across the world. Rising tensions between the US and China, coupled with the uncertainty surrounding the ownership of these crucial ports, could lead to instability and unpredictability in global shipping routes. This could mean higher shipping costs, delays in delivery, and ultimately, higher prices for consumers. The world is watching this geopolitical drama unfold with bated breath, hoping for a resolution that ensures the continued stability and openness of this crucial waterway. Section 8. Beyond the headlines, the human impact of geopolitical chess. While we talk about trade routes, ports, and geopolitical maneuvering, it's easy to forget that behind these headlines are real people. Communities whose lives are directly impacted by these global power plays. For the people of Panama, the canal is more than just a waterway, it's their livelihood, their national pride, and a symbol of their sovereignty. The potential sale of these ports raises concerns about job security, environmental impact, and the long-term economic well-being of their nation. It's a reminder that these geopolitical chess matches, while abstract terms, have real-world consequences for ordinary people. Section 9. Conclusion, charting a course through choppy geopolitical waters. The Panama Canal saga is a microcosm of the larger geopolitical forces shaping our world today. It's a story about power, influence, and the struggle for control in an increasingly interconnected and competitive global landscape. As the US and China continue their delicate dance for dominance, the world watches nervously, hoping for a peaceful resolution that ensures the continued stability and prosperity of global trade. The outcome of this geopolitical drama will have far-reaching consequences, shaping the future of international relations, global trade, and ultimately, the lives of ordinary people around the world.